Welcome, everyone, to another exciting episode of the Exploring AI Tools with Dr. Finney, an initiative by the Holistic Medic series. Here, we learn about AI tools that can make your daily task easier. If today is the first time you're coming across any of our videos, do well to subscribe and turn on the post notification bell so you get notified anytime we go live. Right. Today is episode, I think, 10 of our AI 12-week AI series. And in today's episode, what we are going to do is we're going to learn how to transform our ideas into 3D models. Yes, turn your idea, whether it is a text or an image, into a 3D model using AI, of course. Right. And so let's hop on and start this magical journey of transforming our ideas into AI 3D models. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. Great. So the AI tool we are going to be using today is called Meshy AI, Meshy AI. So when you open any tab of your favorite browser and you type in Meshy AI, this is the results you are going to get. You pick the first result. And this is the interface you are going to get. Right. Once you have this interface, I am already logged in, and so I don't need to go through any login process. But if this is the first time you're coming across Meshy, you will need to sign up with your Gmail account, and then you can come into this interface. Now, once you arrive in this interface, there are two things you can do with Meshy AI concerning producing 3D models out of your ideas. You can produce from a text prompt or from an image prompt. We are going to do all of that today. So let's start with the text prompt. So text to 3D, once you click on that, this is the area for you to insert your prompts, and then you can generate from there. So these here are past generations that I've made. We'll probably look at them at the end. So yeah, over to your text prompt. It's good to know how to make a good text prompt for 3D models. Because it's a 3D model, going ahead to give some details helps the AI to produce something that is similar to the idea you have in mind. All right. But if you are not too good with it, of course, you can always consult another AI tool, either Chat GPT, DeepSeek, any of the large language models you know. So let's just go with Chat GPT. And then let's say not now. I want to create a 3D model of, let's say, a bear wearing a medieval armor. All right. Armor. As aspects prompt engineer suggests a text prompt. Well, let me make it suggest a detailed text prompts for that. Okay, so you type something as simple as this, and then you allow ChatGPT to do what it's got to do. All right, so a majestic bear standing upright, adorned in intricately designed medieval armor. Armor is a mix of silver and bronze with detailed engravings of ancient symbols and floral patterns, giving it a regal and historic look. And then it goes on and on and on. So we can just copy this aspect and then move into Meshy AI and drop that as our prompt. So here you see we have 800 word limit. Okay, and we've gone past that, so we can go ahead and delete a portion of it. The best stance is commanding, exuding strength and nobility. We can take this portion out, and we would have hit, we would be within the range. Okay, so AI models can either go for Meshi 4 with the Meshi 5, which is the most recent, and then you can go and ahead and click generate. And before we do that, let me just bring this to light. Anytime you log in into Meshi, you sign up for their free account, you have 100 credits to use monthly. Okay. I think when you generate, about how you generate and which um, models and retries you use. Okay. So you click on generate, then it's going to take time and generate 4 options for you. So let's give it some time. Right, our models are done. So here we can see 4 different models. So this is just a preview. Okay, we look at the models individually, which one of them appeals the most to you. I would generally go for the 4th model. The second is not bad either. The third, too much. I don't know whether it's fair or too much of it. This is not bad, but I'll go for 4. Okay, so once you decide which of the models you are interested in, you click on it and then you can add texture, okay, which is sort of like colors so that it looks more refined. Okay, so you go to add texture and then you click confirm. So it's going to go ahead and then add texture to it. Give it a couple of minutes or seconds to complete that. Almost done. Great. So our model is ready. Let's look at what we have. Great. So this is our 3D model. We can zoom in and out and look at the fine details that has been produced. And go around it. Yeah, so that's our bear in medieval armor. Okay, once this is done, let's try the image to 3D. So here you click this other option, image to 3D. Have an image I want us to try. So let's go to downloads. Let's try this image. Okay, so just click generate, leave every other thing the same. Okay, so our four drafts are ready for viewing. Get to decide which of them we want. One is not bad, two looks bulkier. Three, see. Oh, okay, looks like the one is affecting your cape. Four, let me see, let's submit four. Broad cape. Okay, let me choose four again. And then once you choose, you go to, yes, it should generate texture. Then you can confirm. Give it a couple of seconds to generate a texture. Then you are good to go. No, one is not bad either. So these are the other assets or the other ones I've created in the past. Let's just look at it. So yeah, this is the one I created in my spare time. And it was a very simple prompt I used. I just said a warrior riding a dragon similar to dragons in Game of Thrones, realistic, detailed, and 4K. And it came up with these, and then I chose this, I think the fourth one again. Yeah, I'm beginning to see a fourth in my pattern. Right, let's check on what this has done. Then let me just look at the last one from here while we wait. Okay, this is another one I generated. A king with a crown, bloodied face from battle, has a jewel in the top of his crown. Yeah. So there's a lot you can bring to life just by using Mesh AI. Great. A 3D character, action, and hero figure is ready. Fantastic. I wonder which hero name we'll give to this action figure. Right. So this is how to generate from image to 3D. Okay. So we've looked at how to do from text and how to do from image. Once you are done and you want to download, just go to download, click on download, and then you can go ahead and download. Okay. Um, you can change the formats if you know anything about these formats. Okay, you can use STL or GLB, which is more of the commonest. But if you are not too sure, just leave it as it is and download. All right. The next thing I'm just going to show us about these models is how to animate them. Okay, how to animate them. Okay, so to animate them, you go ahead and click on animate, and then you rig them. Okay. So currently for rigging, it's either the model is a humanoid model, a quadruped model. That's when you can rig them. So the first thing about rigging is to ensure that the model is in the center of this line. Okay. So like it's equally divided. If it's not, you can use any of these, the offsets, to either drag it to the right or drag it to the left. But as this is, it is perfectly aligned. Okay, so you can either drag it, and then you see that it changes direction as you drag it. But I'm just going to leave it as zero. Zero. Okay, then you move on to next. Then this is the important aspect, to place markers to corresponding position. It's okay. So we see that this marker is the chin. So I'm going to drag it. Okay, and then these yellow ones are the shoulders. I think those are well aligned. Let me see. And then these are the elbows. These are the wrists. And then bring this to the groin. The groin. And these are knees. Let me bring them closer. And these are ankles. Okay. Right. So once you put your markers at the right places, now the AI tool automatically plays these ones because of how the model is. If I had a model that had crossed this arm in front of it, as opposed to this one that has its arm out, the markers would have been placed differently. Okay. But this one, because the arms are out, similar to this one, it could easily place the markers, and it's a very easy job to do. Right. So once you are done, you click confirm for the rigging to be done. So we are waiting for rigging to be done. Once rigging is done, we can go ahead and choose any form of animation. Okay. Okay, so rigging is complete. You can even go ahead and choose run. So here it is running, running. Can take a look. Just let me see our model running. Any of these you can add to your rigged model, and it will go as such. Okay. If you were a 3D artist and you were using an app like Blender, you would have had to do this yourself. But here you can just do the rendering by just putting some key positions where they ought to be, and that's around that. So many options for you to choose from: running fast, still, scale, um, if it's being shot dead, and all. Basically, any of the animations you can use. All right. And you can have your awesome. The next app I'm going to show you, also for generating 3D models, because I think that in life you should have more options. Okay, it's good to have options so that the day you try Meshi and then Meshi is messing up, you can probably try something else. The next app is called Genie, Genie from Luma Labs. Okay, if you want to get it, if you simply type Genie, GENIE AI into your search box, you're going to get a lot of Genie AI. A lot of AIs are called Genie AI. But the one we are looking for is for Luma, Luma's AI. Okay. So if you don't want to go through all the stress, you can just simply type Luma AI Genie. That will be the first result that comes up. Once that comes up, you just click on it, then you enter into Genie AI. Okay, I am already logged in. If not, the first time you open, you're going to see a login button to the top right corner, and then you click on that. You can log in with your Gmail account. Once that is done, you'll be asked to pick a username, and then you can go ahead. What I like about Genie is this: you can use it for an unlimited number of times. It's completely free. I mean, as at this time, it's completely free. Um, the only setback, especially when compared to Meshi, I mean, at the face value, is that this does only text prompts to 3D. It doesn't do, as of now, image to 3D. Okay, so text prompt to 3D. Let's try maybe a teddy bear. Okay, let's just do a cat wearing a helmet. Well, this is even pretty enough. Anyways, just type out your idea. You can do it as simple as this, or you can go back into ChatGPT, use the same thing we did, that you want to create a cat wearing a helmet. So ChatGPT should act as a expert prompt engineer and then give you a prompt. You can use that prompt and then input it here. But a simple prompt also works. You click on create, and then it's going to create four options for you for a start. Yeah, so these are four options. If you are not so excited about the options, you can always click retry, and it will try to create another one. Okay, let's just settle with one for now. Okay, let's just use this one for want of time. All right, so once you click on which model you are interested in, you can go ahead and then it will bring you into this interface. In this interface, you can choose to make a higher resolution of what you have picked. And this takes a couple of time. I mean, some couple of minutes to complete. And so if you have time, you can do this on your own. But for the purposes of this tutorial, I'm not going to do that. Variations mean that you want the app to give you variations of what you have chosen. Okay, so it's going to give you other variations of the model you have chosen. You can settle on which one you want. Then the download button helps you download. Okay, so you can click on that, go ahead, and it will download it automatically in a GLTF file. You can, in a GLTF format, you can send the model into, say, Microsoft Word or even PowerPoint, okay, and use it from there, right? Okay, I think we have achieved something. You want to try again, you can just click outside and then go ahead. Okay, I just saw a funny one. Let's see, a lion dressed as, let's just do warrior. Okay, let me do, it's a Viking warrior. Let me change this to a mountain bear. Let's see what comes up. Let's just have fun. Okay. All right. Let's look at this one. Okay. So here you have your model, and you can decide to choose to download it, to make variations, to make a high resolution. Now, all the 3D models you ever create go into this tab called creation. So click on that and you see all the models you've ever created. I think the first one I ever tried with Genie was creating a monkey with an astronaut in an astronaut suit, and this is the high resolution version of it. Okay, it did take me some time to get this, anyways, right. And like I said, the wonderful thing about Genie AI is that it's completely free, completely unlimited. So you can go on and on and on, generating as many models as you want. And if you like some ideas, you can choose from any of these models that's on the interface. Let's just try this croissant. So that's the prompt that was used, realistic croissant. And then you can use that bread, you can use ice golem and sandwich, and yeah, that's about that. Great, guys. It's been wonderful looking at these AI tools that help us transform our ideas from being an idea in our mind to a 3D model that we can touch. Okay. AI is transforming the world, is completely breaking the barriers of what is possible. And I hope that by this tutorial series, you are getting to develop an interest for AI tools and using them, incorporating them into your daily living. Right, that's all we have for today. And as always, stay curious and keep exploring. Thank you so much for sticking with us to the end. See you next week in our next episode. Bye for now.